Record started, so hello there. This was a bit of an impromptu thing we're going to record because Rave Blitz just jumped on the Discord chat and wanted to talk about something, so go ahead, introduce yourself and
hold on a second. Yeah, for some reason there's an echo in the audio.
That may be because we're still connected to the Discord chat.
Oh.
It's not organized at all.
No worries. So anyone who's watching this, hello, I'm Official Rave Blitz, and you might remember me from that one podcast I was in with B-Level and Dark Novia and all of them. So, hi guys.
Oh, that one time you joined Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Oh yeah, that too, and also that one other time where I did a video in defending Matt, and apparently, according to B-Level and Dark Nova and all them, he fed me to the wolves or whatever. By the way, Matt, if you're watching this, I forgive you. I know you couldn't be there to chat with us, and that's okay. You were busy. You're a dad after all.
Real life is much more important, I think.
So, basically, what we were discussing today is the state of the Star Wars Expanded Universe movement and where we both stand on that.
Yeah, this will be interesting.
If you like Callum, you are welcome to start. And your overall thoughts on this whole situation between Matt Wilkins and Brian and all of them and B-Level and
I think since you're the one that really wanted to talk about it, you can go first and as my guest. You're welcome to.
Well, I do have a lot to say, and I hope you forgive me.
We can go point by point and just say each of our thoughts as we go through. It's probably
of course.
Break it up a bit.
So, for those of you who don't know, there's a situation going on right now about Matt Wilkins's community, Twin Suns, and the other side of the coin. Well, of course, also the Phantom Menace is involved in this too, as well as B-Level and Dark Novia, and a few other people. For those of you who don't know, Matt Wilkins and Twin Suns have been accused of essentially joining the Phantom Menace, which, when I first looked into this, I wasn't aware of the entire situation until I actually did my research. I looked into the context of B-Level's streams, and I noticed a sort of pattern. And they provided some good solid evidence, but then I realized I think they're taking stuff that he says and a lot of what other people say out of context, like really out of context. And I think that people on both sides, because in my opinion, both sides are equal of fault. Twin Suns, it's their fault for doing a lack of communication on their part by not communicating properly and civilly with, of course, you, Callum, and Twin Suns, and Matt Wilkins, and all of them. It's also kind of Matt's fault, too, for kind of poking the bear and getting into stuff that he shouldn't really be involved in.
And I would say that the way Matt responded to it wasn't very good either.
Yeah, I mean, Matt, you're a great guy, but
I think either you should fully respond to it and actually be open to discussing it with the people, or you should just leave it.
Honestly, I don't think you should. I don't think you should create more problems than there already needs to be by escalating the situation. Because if you tease somebody and they tease you right back, don't respond. Don't continue to that cycle of you know, spreading fire. Don't fight fire with fire. I'm
Just
going
create
to.
a circle.
Yeah,
And it's like,
don't. This is really hard for me to talk about because it's so freaking complicated. But my advice, Matt, is don't escalate this. Don't escalate this further than it needs to be. I honestly, you need to uh, stop antagonizing B level and all of that because he's not going to be any more happier with you than he is. Same goes for Dark Snovia. Um, my advice is just go to them respectfully and just talk it out and settle your differences. Because the more you ignore them, the more they're going to just badger you.
that's one way.
So, and the same goes for B level. I know you gave up on trying to communicate with these guys, but you need to be more persistent. Like, keep at it.
I
Like,
mean,
keep talking to them. Try to see your faults, see that you were wrong in some of your judgments. And the same goes for the other side, too. Like, look at the whole picture. Don't just assume things about one another, which a lot of it, of this whole situation, that's what it is.
the main reason I've stayed away from communicating as well is because I don't see it as being a very positive thing for when I do communicate with them.
Yeah.
Because each time it hasn't been positive when I have reached out.
Yeah.
And so
And
I've just gone, I've given you a couple of opportunities and they've come back as not being fruitful and they've been ending on a negative note. And so I've been leaving it.
well, they
Because of
shouldn't
course,
be.
I have life as well.
Yeah,
Because
everyone
so
has
I'm
life.
going, YouTube's my hobby. I don't
Yeah.
need to create extra drama for myself by getting mixed up in this. So I'm going to
And honestly,
just carry on.
as I said, spreading more drama and continuing to fight within the community isn't going to solve anything. It's not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to get Legends continued, certainly.
Mm.
All it is just going to further divide the fandom, and then what will be? The Billboard fandom, everyone will think the Billboard's a joke because hurt, Phantom Menace people, hurt. I mean, like, you risk more by just fighting with each other rather than coming together, resolving it. And especially for Twin Sons, what they need to do, in my personal opinion, especially you, Brian, I'm looking at you. No, I'm just kidding. What Twin Sons needs to do is say, hey, Phantom Menace, we are only accepting those who want the EU continued. We will not accept those who attack others and are toxic to each other.
They have released a statement on their website saying that they're not merging and not affiliated with the Fandom Menace and saying that they're just affiliated with
In
Star
fact,
Wars fans as a whole.
in fact, I watched B Level's recent stream that Dark Snovia posted, and it's titled. Hold on, what is it titled? Let me see here. It's titled "The EU Movement Deception." Have you seen that stream?
Oh, I haven't been looking at any of their stuff because I'm just keeping completely separate from it all because I don't need the extra drama.
Well, I commend you for that, but if you ignore it for too long, then it'll eventually catch up with you.
But then also, if you keep responding to it, it just keeps feeding them things.
Well, that is true. But I
And
believe that
going.
the situation needs to be addressed because it is a serious topic right now within the
And I
fandom.
think because a lot of people are making a big deal of it, that's why we're here, I guess,
Well, yeah.
doing this.
You know, honestly, I think it's just Dark Snowy and B Level who keep turning the wheel. And what they need to do is, stop that and say, you know what, maybe we were wrong about all these things. Maybe we're just hyperventilating and freaking out. The fandom is dying. It's like the Brony community. The fandom is not dying. Okay? It's going to be around forever.
Yeah, and you
Nobody's
relate to
going
that because you're a
anywhere.
brony. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I have to make that reference because
Just so
fandom
that people
freak
know
out.
you
Yeah.
are a brony, and so that's
Yes,
where
yes.
you relate to that.
So basically, my whole point with this podcast that I want to do uh, is everyone needs to stop fighting, stop acting like children, because it's not going to get our movement anywhere. And it's not going to get Dark Snovia, B Level, and all of them any more favors either. And you're not going to make friends that way by continually, you know, trying to put the work and support of the movement down,
Yeah,
because what B Level and Dark Snovia are trying to do right now is make the EU movement look bad.
yeah,
Like,
that's the impression I get from it as well. They seem to, at least with B Level's channel, he seems to have most of his videos are just attacking the Phantom Menace or someone. And so
yeah.
that's where I have an issue with that sort of content.
And another thing, I noticed like at some point, uh, they think in one of their streams, someone pointed out that RK videos, RK's videos are on the EU movement's website now. They must be part of the Fandom Menace. No. Did you not see the content of those videos? He was talking
Yeah,
specifically about stuff in the expanded universe that he loved. He
yeah.
was promoting the expanded universe.
And that's why the expandeduniverse.com shares it. They actually look at the content, go, that's actually going to be good for promoting the expanded universe, and share it.
Yeah, like seriously, did you not see the content of those videos, good sir?
Yeah,
And
but I think that's where they come into the issue of they don't agree with some of the actions of people in the Fandom Menace, and then think everyone that joins the Fandom Menace is like that.
yeah, so you accuse the Phantom Menace of being gatekeepers? What are you doing?
Yeah,
You're doing the exact same thing, at putting every single person in a category. You're putting, you know how this is the one thing that actually gets to me. Another thing they said in their podcast that well, Matt Wilkins said that he doesn't base the opinions or sorry, he doesn't accuse an entire group of something based on the actions of one person
hmm.
when he clearly does. And then I respond with, isn't that what you guys are doing? You're accusing Matt Wilkins, you're essentially accusing the
Right.
entire EU movement and Twin Suns of being terrible and joining the Phantom Menace based around the actions of one single person. That's exactly what you're doing.
And based on the fact that it's a loose connection of one new person to the Fandom Menace,
Yeah,
going along and acting not like those people that they disagree with, and
yeah.
then someone from Matt.
It's just so hypocritical. Like, you're telling people to practice what they preach. Why don't you practice what you preach,
Hmm.
guys?
that is why, for the most part, I've stayed out of this and just continued on my merry way, making my own just EU videos on the channel.
And that's great, dude. I'm happy you're doing that. But, you know, as Admiral Thrawn said, a mistake doesn't become a mistake until you refuse to
Mistake doesn't
correct it.
become an error. Yeah.
Yeah. A mistake doesn't. How does the quote go? A mistake doesn't become an error until you refuse to correct it. Is that right?
I think that sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think the other hard thing for me with that situation has been I can't choose for other people how they act.
I mean, yeah, you can't. But
So
honestly,
you can say what you say.
people need to be
doing about it.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you can say what you say to people, but at the end of the day, if they're still going to carry on like they have, then I don't see a lot of point in communicating further and trying to talk to them more.
Yeah. And to be honest, this whole infighting between everyone just needs to stop.
It's all ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. There's no point to it. You're just making yourselves look even worse in the eyes of Disney and Lucasfilm.
Yeah.
And it's never going to get the EU continued.
It's even worse for even if people are coming into the EU community now. Just
Yeah.
EU
in fact, that's another thing. Thank you, Callum, for bringing that up. Imagine somebody who's never heard of the expanded universe and just found out about the movement, came into this and saw this whole situation. Do you really think that someone who only knew the movies would want to further explore the fandom? Would want to further explore the expanded universe? No, they'd just be totally turned off, and they would think all EU fans are cancerous because all they do is just fight, bicker, blah 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 blah.
And I will say a point in the Fandom Menace's good side for that is that there's actually people just getting into the EU community, into the EU. Like there was someone on an EU book club stream I went on yesterday. This is recording on the 28th of October for me. There was someone that hadn't read a book for 20 years, and he read Heir to the Empire, and he's getting into the EU, and he's actually interested and excited for Dark Force Rising. And that's the good part I like about what Ryan Kennel and everyone's done in the Fandom Menace in
of course
promoting the EU and being more positive in that way.
Yeah. And I have nothing against Ryan. I think he's a cool guy. Maybe Jeremy too, even though some of his intentions seem a little.
Well, you just can't argue with
Jeremy
because he admits he's an asshole.
Well, he's at least honest about it. And I actually like people who are honest that they're douchebags.
So you get what you get. He's not dishonest about it. But I don't on that side. I don't agree with his methods, and I don't agree with what some of the other people in the Fandom Menace do. But I've made friends with Fandom Menaces that do. I do agree with like Ryan and Lethal Lightning.
And like I said, I'm made friends with Muller's community, and if you don't know who Muller is, to educate you guys, Muller is a YouTuber who makes hot takes and thinks there's such thing as an objective opinion.
Oh, he's also done like multiple multi-hour.
He does a series called EFAP. He does a series called EFAP, which stands for Every Frame a Pause, I believe, and he's actually had some pretty popular YouTubers on there. He's had Dishonored Wolf, who deleted his channel, unfortunately, and he's also had Rags and a bunch of these other guys come on.
Yeah, and Mauler also has done what I did like of Mauler's content. What I still do is his, even though it's long, his breakdowns of each of the new movies and his critiques of them.
Oh yeah,
I've actually they're entertaining, and I like the points he brings up in that.
Yeah.
That's where I know him. I don't watch his EFAPs or anything. But...
I do, and they're pretty cringy. So, basically, what I wanted to do here, essentially, this whole stream that we're doing now, I like to play a little clip from one of my favorite video games. And don't worry, Callum, you won't get copyrighted for this because this is a video game. It's not a movie.
It's all
so
right.
I can get away with this.
And don't forget to share audio when you share the screen.
Yes, of course, I won't. So, essentially, in this clip, this is my whole disposition. Is that the right word? Disposition?
Your point of view.
Yeah, thank you. This is my whole viewpoint on this whole situation and why I think it needs to stop. Let me find the clip real quick.
And while you find the clip, I'm just going to say I'm open to talking to anyone about the expanded universe. So even if B-Level, Duxnovia, those guys want to talk to me just about the EU, that's fine. Let's just not talk about the Phantom Menace and let's just talk about the EU.
Yeah, of course. So I finally found the clip, and this will basically give my entire thoughts on this whole situation in a nutshell.
Cool.
So,
Yeah.
oh, dang it. Apparently I have to copy this into Chrome so I can share audio.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
know why
funky a
Firefox
little bit
doesn't
with
like
that.
that.
Of course, it's still streaming up beta, so I'm sure they might improve some things in the future.
Yeah. So let's... Oh, god dang it. Apparently, I'm going to be showing again, so... So let me... Whoop. It's repeating.
That's weird. Huh. Okay. Should you just send me the YouTube link? I can't hear you. You muted yourself.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. It's because you've got two tabs open.
That's probably why. Hopefully it won't repeat it in the recording.
Oh, it probably will.
God damn it.
I might edit this part out just because it's looking for things.
All right. Let me... Oh, I know what I can do.
Okay, well, I'm here. So I'll expand on what I said a little bit earlier. It can be an end statement if you want. I will talk to anyone about the expanded universe. We can't talk about the Phantom Menace because when we tried to talk about it, it's just become negative and unproductive. So what we need to do is just to chill, talk about the EU, agree to disagree because we will never agree on viewpoints on the Phantom Menace. And Rave Blitz is back there. I'm not sure why we can't see his webcam though. But it's up here. Oh, there we are. There we are.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. There we go. There's my webcam. Anyways, so, and by the way, Callum, you can edit this part out.
Yeah, I probably will.
So, essentially, this is for those who haven't played Devil May Cry 5, sorry for spoilers. This is a scene where Nero essentially stops Dante and Virgil from continuing to fight each other and trying to kill each other. And this perfectly emphasizes
Emphasizes, yeah.
Thank you. Man, there's going to be a lot of editing in the stream, I can tell.
I'll just edit out that middle bit. I'll leave all the bloopers in.
So this perfectly emphasizes my whole problem with this whole situation here. So, yeah. Hold on. Here we go.
I can't hear it, but
there's no audio?
No audio. Probably because it's in Firefox.
No, I'm streaming this on...
I'm seeing the Firefox window.
God damn it. Hold on.
One job.
Let me try sharing my entire screen. That might work.
Does that have a share audio? Oh, it says audio there. Right. Try that.
All right. Let me know if you can hear this now.
Yep.
Good.
This is curious. Nero. What form of power is this? What the hell?
This ends right here. Listen to me. I told you already.
That lag.
Sorry for the lag.
Can't help it.
Wait. I won't let you kill each other. There are other ways of settling your differences. I'm putting a stop to this sibling rivalry.
You came all this way just for that.
Virgil. Whatever you call yourself. Dante's not gonna die here. And neither are you. Do you have a problem with that?
Not gonna die my ass. Oh, that bitch slap nearly killed me.
If I beat Nero, then by default, I beat you. Agreed, Dante?
Whatever. I don't really care. I'm just gonna sit this one out.
Yeah, I feel pretty tired of it, so I'm just set it out.
Pretty freaking much. That is, you represent Dante in a freaking nutshell. Whatever. I don't really care. I'm just gonna sit with this one.
And really, I sort of do care because it doesn't help with the impressions of people. But
I'm sorry, but we're leaving that in. We're leaving that bit into the stream. That was called.
You okay over there?
I'm okay. I'm sorry. That was a good laugh.
You had a good laugh. That's good.
Yeah. So, anyway, the whole moral of that clip there was just stop, guys, because in the end, we're all Star Wars EU fans. We all need to come together with a common goal in mind and stop doing the whole he said, she that said this, and he joined this, he joined that. Who cares?
They haven't even Matt hasn't even joined the Phantom Menace. I don't know where they get that from.
like, do you have actual proof of him joining the Phantom Menace? And no, I'm not talking about things he said in his YouTube channel. Provide me legit proof. Him specifically saying, I joined the Phantom Menace. Because if you don't provide me that, you're just talking out your ass.
Pretty much.
Sorry to be
He's
blunt,
even
but
said
it's the
when
truth.
people have commented about, I think it was B-Level himself commenting about some sort of merger with the Phantom Menace, and he goes, what merger? There's no merger.
Did B-Level actually say that?
In one of Matt's streams, I think, either B-Level or one of the other ones.
Oh, so who came up with the whole story of Matt joining Phantom Menace? That's my question.
Pretty sure it was that group, but I'm not going to assume too much. I'm just going to say that's my theory.
I see.
Because they saw that Matt went on stream with Ryan Kinnell and then assumed. And you know what happens when you assume?
Makes an ass out of you and me. That's like the oldest trick, the oldest quote in the book. Like, don't judge a book by its cover, guys.
Because really, you only see one side of Matt on YouTube as well. You don't see the rest of his life.
You don't see, yeah. I mean,
So don't assume that he has the time to go on and debate you either.
Not to mention, Matt is a lot older than us. He actually has way more responsibilities than we do. He has a legit job. He has a dinner theater that he's constantly
he just had
working for. He just had twins. Thank you. He has a wife. He pays bills.
And YouTube is just his hobby.
This.
All of his EU reviews going up at the moment, apparently pre-recorded. And
and the EU reviews are pre-recorded. It's like people are so wrapped up in internet debates and all this stuff that they forgot about what real life is, apparently.
Yeah, which I'm sure if we met actually in person, we could just talk like reasonable human beings.
You know what I actually noticed? You actually have a different persona when you go online than you do in real life. And that says a lot about your character.
I try to keep myself the same and open and honest myself. But, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people do, at least, like Jeremy said in his come on and talk it out stream, that they opened up for B-Level and Dark Snovia, but they didn't come on. With Jeremy.
It's funny how Dark Snovia and B-Level didn't come on, yet they accused Matt of being a coward for not coming on to their stream.
Yeah.
How does that work?
It looked like a trap. You were going there going, I want to debate these people for so long, and then you don't go on.
I mean, did Matt ever say that B-Level was allowed to come onto his stream and talk to him?
I don't remember now. I think they definitely had said he had a conversation with B-Level in private.
Wow.
And he thought that went well.
I do want to know particularly what B-Level said to you, like when he shut you down, supposedly.
I can send you screenshots later on. But we'll probably end this video here.
Do you want to end it here? Or should we continue?
I'll end this here. Because I need to go.
Has it been 30 minutes already?
Yeah, it's been like 34.
Wow. That was fast. All right. Well, anyway, you guys got my thoughts. Leave a comment down in the description, and don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. This will probably be going up on Callum's channel for those of you who are followers of his. So
that's an interesting thing to talk about. But I will just say at the end that I'm willing to talk to the guys. I haven't got anyone blocked at the moment.
I don't block anyone anymore.
Let's just not talk about the Phantom Menace and talk about the EU because we're obviously not going to agree about the Phantom Menace.
Yeah. Though in that case, let's agree to disagree.
Mm.
You know, I'm all for respecting and accepting people's opinions, you know, regardless if they're right or wrong. So that's pretty much all I got to say about that.
And yeah,
Go ahead.
thanks for having this chat. It was impromptu. You actually wanted to come and talk about it, which I think it.
I know this stream was kind of out of the blue, but you know, I feel I needed to get my thoughts out there, and I'll probably be making a new video regarding this whole situation soon. So stay tuned for that. In other news, real quick, I do have some exciting news regarding the expanded universe. I got in contact with Grey Jedi 91, aka Matthew Chapman. If you aren't familiar with him, he is part of the Council Force cast, aka Finalysis. And in 2 weeks, he's going to give me some tips and pointers and help me out with one of my upcoming Versus videos.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I just wanted to spread a little bit of light.
Yeah,
and
plug
good
it.
news.
It's good. And my Mystery Sith playthrough just started.
Yeah, and
I'm revamping my EU reviews a bit. That's why I'm taking a while getting more out, actually, because I'm revamping them. I'm going to put a spoiler-free section at the start, so people who don't want to be spoiled have that section they can listen to and whatever. And then I'll go into my notes and going to break it down a bit more in different sections of analysing it more than just saying, I like this, this, and this from my notes. Yeah. So, be good.
All right, well, that's all the time apparently we have. So
we've gone over time, but that always happens.
Sorry, what?
We've gone over time anyway, but I think that always happens.
Yeah, of course. It's natural. It's YouTube. We always do that. Anyway, so I'm official Rave Blitz.
Uru. You can check out my other videos where I actually talk about the EU and you don't have to worry about drama. Bye.
Yes.